Most men don't burn out because they're weak. Fathers, husbands, pastors, entrepreneurs, business owners. It's not a weak thing. Most men burn out because they refuse to learn the art of drafting. This video, I'm going to share with you how the art of drafting and applying the principle to your business, to your career, to your marriage in the next 10 minutes can change the next 10 years for the better. Let's dive in. This one cycling skill has truly changed my life. Drafting is the art of riding in formation, riding in alignment to fight and go against the obstacles of wind, resistance, and the elements, making one stronger, faster, travel, formation together. We literally find protection, find strength, are able to recharge, be re-energized by riding in alignment. By being in alignment, we are protected. As we see in this illustration, you will see in a formation, in a drafting line, a peloton, there's a one person rides in the front and everyone follows closely behind one another. The one in the front takes the brunt of the resistance. It takes more power to push, to pull the line from the front. But as we are in formation, or as we are in the line, we find protection, we find comfort, we find that it's easier to catch a maximum speed. It's easier to go faster when you are in alignment. We save energy, we save power, we save stress because we are sitting in the line of protection. Most of us fail to draft. Most of us don't learn this skill simply because we don't ride with enough people. Could be. Maybe you find yourself riding alone. You ride for leisure. But when we ride in a group, we learn this skill. The first time I ever learned this skill, after riding with my pastor for a while, the rides became more group rides. More of us began to get on the line. More of us began to come out and come together. And as we were preparing for a big ride, 100-mile obstacle, my pastor started teaching us how to ride in a formation. The beautiful thing about drafting is you don't stay in the front forever. The one in the front ultimately falls to the back after a mile or two, right? Depending on how you set your pace line up. As you fall into rotation in your back, you have time to recover, yet you stay at the same speed, using less power. And the rotation continues. So on a long ride, you save your legs, you save yourself from exhaustion, you save yourself from burnout because we are going together systematically to win. That's when I realized that even the best cyclists in the world, the Pogachas, the Lance Armstrong, the people that are in the Tour de France use this same skill of drafting to ride hundreds of miles every other day for 2 weeks at a time for the tour. But why? Why don't we? Why don't you draft? Well, the reason that most men don't utilize this skill is because they don't ride in a group. Many reasons that we don't use this skill is because of our ego. It's because of our egos. We believe that we have to do it alone, that we have to get it out the mud, that we have to do it ourselves, when the Bible shows us that it's not good that man should be alone. It is not good that we should take on a task by ourselves. It is not good that we should to go forth and build a temple and not count the cost. Don't go it alone. Our egos stop us from doing what can save us. Now, you know at this point, I'm not just simply talking about riding a bike. It's not simply this cycling skill of drafting, because it changed the way I lead my family, and it changed the way that I follow. This is the secret. To be a great leader, to be a great leader, you must be a great father. We all stand on the shoulders of great men and women that came before us. There are lessons that we have learned along our journey that prepares for the lessons and the trials and tribulations that are to come. And in leadership, drafting is essential because in the skill set of drafting, we learn that as a leader, I take the front. I push through. I break the resistance. And those that are coming behind me can save and learn from my example. So that whenever I have to rotate to the back of the line and they are in ahead and I'm watching their backs and I'm leading, pushing from the back, I can trust them and I can save and utilize my energy, my reserves, and recover. Many of us as leaders, we find ourselves not drafting, not using a system on our business, on our jobs, or in our families. And what happens is we burn out because we're trying to do everything, everything. And you can't. We can for a season. We can for a short period. We can break the resistance of the elements, the wind. But over time, you will fail. You will lose wind. You will lose speed. Then the enemy will begin to gain ground on you. But when you set a pace line, when you set a formation, your circle, those that are following you, be it in your business, on your job, in your marriage, your wife, your children, in your ministry, the same applies to all. We must be able to learn and we must be able to share and disseminate that same information to those behind us so that we can all go faster, be stronger, move quicker together, and kill this idea that you have to do it alone. We got to kill the idea that no one can tell me what to do. Because when we sit in that, this ideology of selfishness, this ideology of I don't need help, we are crippling ourselves. So when you're not drafting, when you're not in alignment, come on, somebody, what does it cost you? It can cost you your peace. It can cost you your focus. It can cost you so much energy, and it can truly cost you your marriage. Because with burnout comes stress. We get bogged down with depression. We get overwhelmed. We get stressed out. We start lashing out at those around us because we feel like no one's doing enough, but we haven't given room for them to even know what to do. We haven't given them enough space to fall in line and to lead. And then we begin to have marital tensions. We get spiritually fatigued because we have stepped into isolation. We are riding alone. We are doing it ourselves. And now in our minds, no one's there to help. No one's there to assist. It happened to me. I began to be able to follow in life and learn, use the same principles about being in alignment, about focusing, about giving direction, about following, leading from the front, and also being able to follow, and even leading from the back, making corrections and guiding the line. We as men, we as leaders, we as those called to serve, we must walk in the comfort and assurance like Paul so that we can say to those behind us, follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me, my example, and let's run this race. And let's ride. Let's break the resistance. Let's destroy the enemy and let's conquer and ride forward. And when I get weak, when I get a little tired, I can fall in formation and draft along with my brothers and my sisters. Cycling is more than pastime. It's more than just a hobby. It teaches us about covering. It teaches us about submission. It even teaches us about authority, order, and it shows us Christ as our ultimate leader. I want to leave you with this one truth. Real leaders, real leaders know how to lead, but they don't just know how to lead. I said real leaders know how to lead, but they also know when they're getting tired and they have to get in line. Let us push, let us ride. And my brothers, don't ride alone. Let's go and grow in Him. Get in the comment section and share what your biggest takeaway was from learning about this skill of drafting and how you can use it in your daily life. Next time, be blessed, be encouraged, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.